This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
Hey, welcome back to YCN Sports Talk. I'm your host, Andrew Zerhide, here with guest Dustin Ribellini. And real quick, we'll talk about the college football championship game between Georgia and Alabama. Alabama winning that one 26-23 in overtime. What an exciting game that was. You watched that game?
Yeah, no, that was a really exciting game. It's kind of weird that in college football, we saw that Rose Bowl game that was really, really good. And the Alabama-Clemson was not so much. Every year it seems like, okay, it can't be this good. And then that game, it started out slow. Georgia led 13-0 at halftime. Alabama really couldn't get anything going. Nick Saban changes starting quarterbacks at halftime, which is unheard of, especially with 2 quarters to go in the season. But the freshman that came in, Tua Tagovailoa, I'm sorry about the pronunciation, but really sparked the team. And what a finish. And talk about emotions. Alabama has the 37-yard game-winning field goal that you figure, even though college kickers are a little suspect, you figure, okay, he's going to make this, and he misses it badly. Then Georgia gets the field goal. Okay, they're okay, but Alabama's probably going to score. He gets sacked on the first play.
Yeah, what was it, second 25?
Second and 23 or something like that, and he throws a 46-yard bomb. Just an exciting game, and again, Alabama proves that they're the team to beat in college football.
Yeah, they really are. A lot of people think they're kind of the Pats, right, of college football.
They have been.
Yeah, they've just been winning a ton, and Saban winning his 6th championship trophy. What an accomplishment for him. And now let's do our Salt Hill Pub NFL picks for the playoffs.
It's time for the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Salt Hill Pub, honest food, perfect pints, live music, now here to serve you in 5 locations.
So here we are with our 4 playoff games, and we'll start off first with the Falcons at Eagles. Dustin, what's your pick?
This is a very good game here. This is the first time in NFL history that a number 1 seed has been an underdog in their first game of the playoffs. The Falcons got going a little bit last week. People are getting on that train saying maybe they have the magic from last year. The Eagles, with Nick Foles at quarterback, just a tough situation losing Carson Wentz, not only for the Eagles, but for the whole NFL. In the end, I think the Falcons just have too much experience, and that's big in the playoffs. Right,
the Falcons do have a ton of experience, but I think Nick Foles, he has been a really good fill-in for Wentz. That was a huge injury for them, but the Falcons' offense hasn't been consistent this year like it was last year. I'm going with the home team. I'm going with the Eagles, going with the top seed. So what's your pick now for the Patriots and Titans?
This is a game, like we talked about earlier, a very good matchup for the Patriots. The Titans kind of backed into the playoffs. And again, I don't think either of us think they should have beaten the Chiefs. Not only us, but a lot of people. I think the Patriots in this one put a number on this could be a 4-5 score game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Pats, especially with the bye week, I think they're going to have a really good game
Healthier.
plan. Yeah, right, healthier. They're going to have a bunch of offensive pieces back. I think it's going to be a pretty easy game for the Pats to win that one. And I think with Marcus Mariota, he's a pretty good mobile quarterback, but I think they're going to have a good game plan defensively to stop him. So now let's move on to Jaguars at Steelers, the other AFC game. What's your pick?
A very interesting game here. The Jaguars, Week 5, beat the Steelers 30-9 in Pittsburgh. But again, that was 13 weeks ago. That's a lot different now. Antonio Brown looks like he's going to be back. How healthy will he be? We don't know. But we all saw that Jaguars offense last week. If they weren't playing the Bills, they would have lost to anybody. They put up 10 points. Blake Bortles had more rushing yards than passing yards. Too much offense, too much experience for the Steelers.
Yeah, I think, like you said, with Brown coming back, I think, they're the killer bees, right? Ben Roethlisberger, Bell, and Antonio Brown. I'm going with the Steelers. I just think, like you said, the Jaguars, they only scored 10 points last week? The Steelers, I think they're going to score at least probably 30 in this game, especially playing at home. So now let's go to our last pick, Saints at Vikings.
This should be the game of the week. Top offense, top defense. It's what you love to see in the playoffs. The Vikings are at home. For me, as great as the Vikings have played this year in the whole Minnesota Super Bowl thing, Drew Brees versus Case Keenum. To me, I got to go Drew Brees.
Yeah, I agree with you in that quarterback matchup, but I do think the Vikings, I think the defense, the saying goes, and I know it's not a championship game, but defense wins championships on the road to the championship. I think the Vikings, especially knowing they could play at home in the Super Bowl, I think it's going to motivate them. And guys like Smith and Rhodes, I'm going with the Vikings. So here are our picks. We'll check out at the next show to see what our records were, to see who won this week. But you can tune in next time. Jeremy will be back. And you've been watching YCN Sports Talk.